My name is Tosh Juma, and I am the founder and director of the Nairobi Design Institute.
And Tosh, what is the Nairobi Design Institute designed to tackle?
The Nairobi Design Institute is about thinking about design from a different angle, beyond the aesthetics of everyday life, of everyday design work. We want to address issues and teach a very design-led innovation.
You want to tackle problems, really, don't you?
We want to tackle problems.
You want to look at a problem and research it.
So for us, for the longest time, design in the region has always been very aesthetic, and we want to change that. We want to raise the benchmark for what design excellence is. And for us, what that means is how do we use design to solve problems? And so we want to implement this human-centered design approach to how we solve or address big problems in Africa.
And in 3 weeks' time, you're starting your first course. Tell me how many people and the kinds of things it's going to teach.
So in three weeks' time, we'll kick off our first year, and we're using this year to prototype the NDI model. And basically what that means is we want to look at different things. We want to test how it's going to be like to use a very industry-led approach. How do we get industry experts to come and teach design at the highest level possible? How do we use a project-led approach to experiential learning? How do we get project partners, tech companies with UX issues and interaction design issues with their products, and work with them to really improve that and enable students to learn real time on how to tackle problems, UX problems in the region.
And in this project-led approach, you're working with a local company. Describe the kinds of things you might be doing.
Right, and so a local company, a local tech company will be looking at, they've just launched a product in the region, and they're looking to sort of connect these products to what user needs exist out there. And so what we come in to work with them, with the design students, is help them understand the design, the needs, the pain points, the behaviors of the people they're trying to target, and matching all of those into innovation opportunity areas. And so the students get a learning point on how to tackle and research on problems. The company gets a different perspective of how they can understand their user needs. And so we take this customer-centric approach to how we help them design solutions.
And if we were having this conversation in 3 to 5 years' time, and you were successful at what you're doing, what would be happening?
Okay. So right now, our class is about 12 students, and we're just using that to prototype it. We're getting different backgrounds. We're testing students with a design background versus those without. We're testing different kind of education backgrounds. In 3 years' time, we want to be sure of who the ideal design student will be for NDI. In 3 years' time, we want to have a fully paid classroom. We want to be able to support those folks who rather never be able to afford such an education in the region. So we'll be having, for example, student-sponsored classes for them. But at the same time, we want to shift not only to support design education for students, we want to work with tech companies in a large scale. So we want to be running design sprints with companies. We want to be teaching them this approach so that they can shift the culture within the company to a very customer-centric approach. And so in 3 years' time, it will be not just a design sprint, but we will be contributing to the creative community in a way that allows and enables design-led innovation.
And your fundraising essentially to provide scholarships for these students. So tell me what you're looking for.
So right now, one of the things, very, very key things we're looking for to be able to sustain the prototype, we're looking for project partners. Tech companies or just companies in general that face user experience issues every day. We want to work with them in the next coming months to be able to test this project-led approach. And so what that would allow us to do is raise a bit of money to be able to test this, but also offer a service using our students to this company. So it's a win-win for them. But at the same time, in a couple of months, we want to launch this program where we support fully a number of people from different regions in Kenya. And so we want to get a few scholarships paid so that we can test this with a bit of ease with the students.